Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for guys. Today, guys, of course, we are continuing the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. This is Season 2, Episode 22, The Deadliest Man Alive. I really like this title. I really, really do. Not sure who that is, but okay, The Deadliest Man Alive. So, I really enjoyed the last week's episode the more I keep thinking about it, because I'm like, wow, that was really, really good. In terms of Winter Soldier-centric, they had that little bit of a twist there, because you see Winter Soldier, and then you see this gigantic robot. Clearly Hydra. I'm thinking he's launching these robots or whatever, and turns out, no, he wasn't. He actually was. He was actually going after them to try to destroy them because he's starting to break slowly off of basically the control he had under Red Skull, who was controlling him, and of course, the other members of the team the politician had put together, which was Red Skull. And then having Cap, not right away, but slowly starting to realize, I think this might be Bucky. But I'm glad that they didn't have it right out in the beginning of the episode where he's like, that's Bucky! Like, he slowly was like, I need to go on this personal mission. I have a hunch. I need to know for sure. And then eventually going, Bucky? So I really liked that. It was so great to kind of have them together. But also, we have to establish to where Bucky's like, I'm not Bucky. Like, that's the past. I've moved on. The world's moved on from you. It was a lot of emotional stuff there. And so, but it was good to see them working together again. But once again, it emphasizes to me, I hate the fact the show's ending. We have literally a handful of episodes left and we're done. And that sucks. That really sucks because I'm sitting there going, that last episode was great. And honestly, thinking back, all of the episodes so far that I've seen, which is all of Season 1 and the majority of Season 2, have been great. There's not been one episode I went, like, I've enjoyed all of them. It's unfortunate that there's no continuation after this. After these last bit of episodes, we're done. Freaking sucks. It really does because I want to see more. I want to see what they were going to do. And I read through the tweets of the creator of the show or one of the producers or whatever, and he had put down a potential Season 3 on Twitter where he was just going through like 26 episodes and just giving off like basic descriptions. Holy shit. That sounded fantastic. But it's unfortunate. We're not getting it. So it is what it is. So let's get into it now, guys, and see what they show us here with this 22nd episode, The Deadliest Man Alive. Let's get into it and see what they show us. Let's go. Okay. Are we finally going to get a continuation with Bruce?
Go with them. And I'm not going to let you people deter me from that mission.
Your mission was a success, General Ross. But the President has agreed that the man you're holding here is no longer considered a threat to anyone.
The Hulk is a threat to every man and woman alive.
The Hulk was lied to.
He's so angry.
Turning him.
Release him, and I promise you the results will be disastrous.
Is that threat that Ross just said, is that like threatening the Red Hulk? Because he's been the Red Hulk in the comics. I don't think he's the Red Hulk now. I could be wrong. Yeah.
Bring it back online. All of it.
Yeah, something's wrong. Tony's right. Something's wrong. I think something's wrong because he's been grabbing his head multiple times. Something's up.
Congratulations.
I know how this looks, but I
Seeing
still
Tony out of the
give
armor is
benefit of the doubt.
Right,
Ross and the
it's
Hulkbusters
not
want
often.
nothing less than his total destruction.
We have to be prepared in case things go south.
Hulkbuster.
If we have to, we'll take him down.
Hulkbuster.
Only as a last resort.
The transformation, it was forced. It wasn't triggered by either.
Forced.
We trusted them.
Forced.
Side by side.
See?
What you need to learn.
Something's wrong.
Just remember, he's not the enemy.
Jesus.
As you can see, I came dressed for the party.
Oh, yeah. Damn. The Red Hulk. Interesting.
I don't know if you're in the market for new Avengers, but I'd like to sign up if you'll have me. I've been brainwashed and forced to do things I'm not proud of. But
Was he actually brainwashed, though? I don't know.
Besides, he willingly submitted himself to a full body scan, which did show evidence of possible mind control in his past.
This is a mistake.
Think about what this team deals with on a daily basis.
We don't give up on friends.
Something was wrong. Why didn't They should look at all the possibilities.
Let's just put it to a vote. Majority rules.
Thank you, Iron Man. And to the rest of the Avengers who support
Can we reveal who he is? Can we do this? Come on.
His strategic-minded approach to combat suggests military training.
Entirely possible, sir.
If he was so intent on showing himself as a hero,
Oh, it's Cap. Okay, what is it? Stealth Cap. I like how the camera's gone for a couple seconds. They don't say anything. It's like, okay.
has gone off the reservation. That, my friend, is an illegal act in progress.
Cap, is that Banner's cell?
what did they do to him?
Exactly.
Looks like there's a device connected to his brain.
Right. But who planted it? And why?
It wasn't you. You didn't betray me, did you?
Good. Good, good, good. Knock all of them out. Come on, Bruce. There you go.
Oh, great. This is based on old Stark cybernetic tech I sold to the military years ago.
Jesus. Oh, he was the one who had it.
I'll crush you! No, this is about you and me.
I think I found Hulk's angry button. A remote
Angry button? Couldn't write a better line than that. Okay. Angry button. See, Hulk is sitting... You gotta be careful where you're fighting this guy.
You're too soft!
Hey, lay the hammer on him. He can't pick it up.
Initiating self-replicating containment measures.
There you go.
I can be pig-headed, but I hope you didn't think I'd just blindly trust that red screwball. That's a little nanite-form high-density containment compound I cooked up.
It is Ross. It was General Ross.
This whole thing was
Oh
Ross's
my
way of
God.
eliminating the Hulk. How did he fall?
Okay. I was thinking maybe it was somebody else.
You can't do this to me. I was serving my country. That beast needs to be contained, and I'm the only man who can do it.
Hope there's no hard feelings, Hulk.
Okay.
After all, what are friends for, right?
Good job, Hulk. Good job. There you guys have it. Really good episode. Finally, freaking finally. I've been saying for weeks, as you guys know. Where's Bruce? Where's Hulk? Like, why are we not saving him? He's a main character of the show. What is going on? Why are we taking so long? Well, we finally got to it. But of course, it wasn't going to be as easy as, hey, Bruce, come on out. Dun, 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 dun. No, it wasn't going to be that easy. No. A couple of twists, a couple of things going on in the mix. Of course, Red Hulk had to show up at that perfect timing, as they had pointed out. I felt like they should have done this episode weeks ago, in terms of me watching the show, like episodes ago, because the previously on was covering all, of course, all stuff leading up to him being sent away and all that. And I'm thinking, yeah, this should have happened episodes ago, but other storylines came up, I get it, but they should have saved him sooner. But that's just me. So, we finally know officially who Red Hulk is. General Ross. Which is the biggest contender, because in the comics, General Ross becomes Red Hulk. And of course, they've been saying forever in terms of rumors, in the MCU, he's become Red Hulk in the MCU. Well, who knows? But I'm thinking, I don't think it's Ross, because I actually went back before I started recording this review. I went back to the episode where General Ross becomes Red Hulk. I went back to that scene where Winter Soldier's in that room, in that dark room on the helicarrier, shield helicarrier. And he's like, you sure you want this? And it cuts to this guy in a dark room, and you can't see, you only see his feet, and you don't see anything else hardly. It's all in the shadows, in the dark. He goes, Why is General Ross in that room on the helicarrier? I don't understand. Like, why is he in there exactly? I don't know. And they really didn't explain that too much, which I felt like they should have. Could be wrong, but I feel like they should have explained that a little bit. I don't know exactly what was going on there. Maybe there is an explanation. I just don't remember on the top of my head exactly how they could have explained him being in that room. But regardless, he shows up at the right time when Hulk is going crazy, grabbing his head, and there's a little implant on the back of his neck that is connected to his brain, and the Red Hulk, General Ross, has the ability to cause him to have this high frequency where he goes crazy. So that was a good way to explain. I mean, right away I kind of figured something's wrong here, because when he was talking to Bruce, because as he's out in the forest and he sees a ghostly figure of Bruce, Bruce is not actually there. It's just in his mind he's seeing Bruce talking to him, because of course, you know, Bruce talking to Hulk can't really happen that way. But he's like, this was a forced transformation. I'm like, at that point, I mean, it's clear as day that something's wrong here. So I think it was an interesting turn of events to have Bruce being sent away as the monster and having Red Hulk trying to convince the Avengers, I want to join the team. And I think this was Ross's way of trying to prove that the Hulk, Bruce's Hulk, has always been the monster that he claims. Because, I mean, the opening of the episode, you have Cap and Iron Man there trying to get him out. And, of course, they have the papers from the president to prove he's getting out. He's not this monster or whatever. And Ross is like, he's a monster. He's a criminal. He's a threat to every man and woman out there. So Ross wants everyone to believe that. So they plant that device on Bruce's neck. And then once they let him out, he hits the button. Off camera, of course, you don't see him hit the button. General Ross hits that button. He transforms into the Hulk. He's having this high-frequency sound in his head, and it's causing him to go crazy. Ross wants to show the world this is what the Hulk is. Even though that is not who the Hulk is. He doesn't just go crazy and lose his mind and shit. But, I mean, you know, when he gets angry, I mean, you have to be careful. But, like, that's not typically what he does. But he was wanting to show everybody what he saw as the Hulk being. So I thought that was interesting in terms of, like, he's willing to go that deep. He spent a whole week saving people as Red Hulk, and then he becomes an Avenger. I'm like, okay, it's obvious. And I'm glad that they had Cap. It's interesting they used Cap, because they had, of course, Cap, Skrull Cap, send Bruce away. Then you have the real Cap questioning the Red Hulk, and then he's the one to stealth mission. Of course, Wasp was tagging along without his acknowledgement. Stealth mission into saving Bruce. And I'm glad, because see, I would have thought they would have saw that device on his neck beforehand, but they didn't. I think at the time, they're all being sent to take down the Hulk, and we have to stop him at all costs. And they probably thought, yeah, we have to try to save our lives here, because Hulk could kill us, potentially. It was interesting to see all the Avengers going after Hulk and trying to stop him, and that was good, a good action sequence. But ultimately, what was really, I think, the best part of the episode was where we had everybody, of course, because I like how Tony's like, okay, Cap, you better give us a good reason why you're here. He's like, found this device. Okay, that's a great reason, thanks. But it's the fact that Hulk took Red Hulk out of that room, and they started fighting over here, and kind of it was personal. It was a one-on-one situation. It was very personal, and now we know it's more personal because it was General Ross confirmed. I just thought it was going to be someone else, like a twist. But probably the other best part of this episode, in terms of how silly it was, you hear Red Hulk and Hulk punching each other while Cap and the rest of them are talking about the device that was found, and they're just like chit-chatting away. You can hear them talking, like, oh, I found this on Bruce's neck, and boom, bah, that was great. So funny. It makes sense that Bruce wants to kind of take a break right now. He's an Avenger again, but he's like, if you need me, call me, but he needs to take some time. Because he was sent away by a Skrull, you know? So I understand, and he was just kind of locked up, and he was in isolation. He couldn't do anything. Probably what was also another really good part that I really liked, I'm trying to remember everything that happened. It's been a morning for sure, is the fact that immediately, as soon as the device is ripped out of his neck, that he immediately knew that that was not Cap who sent him away. He knew. Good. Because when they first show up, I'm thinking Bruce, like before I started to think, he's grabbing his head, something's up, there's like a high frequency sound, so something's going on here. That he actually believed that was Cap. And I'm like, how are they going to convince him? But Bruce is so damn smart that he would have figured that out, I would think. But I don't know. This was just really good. Just once again proves the point of, I don't want this show to end. But how was Ross figuring out a way to kind of be General Ross and making appearances and also being Red Hulk? That probably would have been a little confusing. And at a point, they would have had to have figured it out. And the fact that they scanned him and he had some sort of mind control. So was Red Hulk under the General Ross, Red Hulk, one and the same? Did he know that was Red Skull? Did he know? Because he worked for him as the politician, but did General Ross know? I don't. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he actually was controlled. I don't know. But that'd be interesting. I mean, maybe that's what they're implying. Not really saying what they're implying, that that's what happened. I don't know. Don't know, because I have only seen what they've showed us. So I don't know. What you guys think of this episode? I was thinking it was going to be more like a twist in terms of who Red Hulk was, but wrong. It's okay. It's okay. It's in a Ross. It's still a good reveal because it's more personal for Bruce to know that this is your mortal enemy essentially, and he turned himself just like you to try to prove he's better than you and try to hurt your image. Yeah, it's more personal that way. But I thought it was going to be a twist. But what you guys think of this episode? Whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comments below, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Peace out.